This is the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards. On this episode of the MQP, it's Jessica Mercy from the band Anaria, a modern rock metal band hailing from New England who experiments with symphonic metal, modern rock, cinematic scoring, and pop arrangements too. Jessica is the lead singer, lyricist, and songwriter. Happy to have her here on Metal Queens podcast. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, Jessica, what is your background in music?
What is my what in music?
Your background in music.
My background. So I started playing piano when I was 8. And my dad was in a touring bluegrass band in the 80s, so I get kind of my musicality from him. Started performing vocally for people when I was about 12 and started working with rock bands when I was about 16. Um, for training, I am primarily self-taught. I am classically trained in some areas. I really kind of like teaching myself different techniques and learning different things about different styles of music. I've done vocals in operatic style, jazz, pop, rock, metal, R&B, anything, you name it.
Yeah, I could hear that. Listening to your music, I can definitely hear the operatic influences in there. Who are some of your influences on the metal side?
On the metal side, I always say it's a bunch of people you would expect. So Amy Lee from Evanescence, Nightwish, Within Temptation, really love Lacuna Coil, Hailstorm. I think Lizzie Hale is an incredible
Oh
vocalist.
yeah, yeah. No, she definitely is.
Yeah.
Amy Lee comes up a lot. Look at this. I've got the CD right here.
Yeah.
It comes
One
up
of
a
my
lot
faves.
here as an influence on the Metal Queens podcast. It does come up. Amy does
Yeah.
come up a lot. Um, so you've released a bunch of singles already this year. The latest one is "Spark of Life." I'm going to ask you
hmm
about the video in a minute, but what's the story behind that song?
So Spark of Life is kind of about kind of like dying to yourself and returning as a new person. There's kind of it's very I don't know what you would call it. Corporeal. It kind of like goes into the lyrics go into a lot of concepts with addiction and leaving that behind and just becoming a new person, recognizing that you make mistakes, but that's not the end for you.
The video came out in the last
hmm
month. What's
Yep.
been what's been the reaction to the song and the video too? Who produced the video?
Yep. So my husband produced the video. He is also the lead guitarist and producer, and he has a bunch of other different roles in Anaria. But it was kind of his concept. So the video was his idea. He told me, get these particular looks and costumes together, and we're gonna go film. And we filmed basically in New Hampshire, various locations in New Hampshire, and at our studio in Nashua. We did some green screen work. You see me floating in the video. That was all
Yeah,
done with green screen.
yeah, yeah. Very
Um,
cool. Yeah.
so yeah, it was his idea where there are kind of like these two forms that are kind of coming together.
So your husband's the lead guitarist. Who are the other
Yes.
members of the band, and how did you guys get together?
Yep. So Dan Spinney, rhythm guitarist. I've been working with him forever. From the original incarnation of Anaria, it was kind of like we're the co-founders, and that was back in 2014-ish. So he's the rhythm guitarist, and then we also have Matt Fraughton on bass and Jonathan Jenna on drums. They are pretty recent additions. We started playing live shows again last year.
What is the story behind the name of the band, Anaria?
So if you put a space in between N aria, you're going to see the word aria, which comes from, an operatic piece featuring vocals.
Very clever. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what are the plans now? You got a few singles out this year
hmm
already. Plans for
Yep.
an EP, plans for an album, and
Plans
when?
for an album. Plans for an album. Hopefully, so we've kind of had some discussions on how we're going to do it exactly, whether we're going to release a bunch more singles first and then drop the album. We might drop the album in the fall as a physical copy and then slowly filter things out as singles to streaming for those who prefer streaming. That way, if you want to get a physical copy, you get all the songs like as early as possible.
Yeah.
But we do have the entire thing written already. We're just we're in post-production, just finishing up the mixes and mastering, and it's pretty much good to go. It's called Between Loving and Dying.
Between Loving and Dying, the new one coming soon, the
Mm-hmm.
new album
Mm-hmm.
from Anaria. This will be your fourth full length, right? Your Ancestors was the first one back in 2014, Exile in 2020, and Holding
Mm-hmm.
Cell came out last year, actually. Jessica, what is the songwriting process like for you? Are you the main songwriter? Is it you and your husband collaborating, or the entire band?
So, well, I mean, on the old content, it was me and Dan. We were writing together. Sergio, my husband, joined the band in 2017, and he and I have been kind of handling the bulk of the songwriting since then. What usually happens is he will write an instrumental for me, and then I will write the lyrics and the melody over that. There are a couple of songs we've done where we started with the lyrics and melody, and then we wrote the music around it, but pretty much it's, he's like, here's something to write over, and then I write over it.
What is it like to have your husband in the band?
It's amazing. I love it. I mean, we're partners, we're a team together in all things, and I can't imagine doing it without him, to be honest.
Can you recall the moment when you decided that you wanted to be in this industry? Was it an easy choice or difficult?
I'm not sure that there was really a defining moment that I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. More so just I always knew that I wanted to be involved with music in some capacity, and I just kind of did it. Um, and it's, I think of it more as a vocation, as a calling, because you don't get into music for the money, because there's no money in it. I'll tell you that straight up. You do it because you love it, and that's what it's always been for me. I do it because I love it. I love creating. I love singing. I love like putting together these songs and putting them out into the world and seeing, how people can relate to them and connecting with them on that level.
And speaking of connecting, obviously you formed in 2012. Social media
Hmm.
has changed everything. I'm sure you hear from fans a lot more now. It's like an
Yep.
instant reaction, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely different.
And in terms of social media, are you the social media person for the band?
We all take turns. We also have a marketing company that helps us with Instagram and Facebook, but we all kind of take turns. We all have access to it. So when people are DMing us, more than likely you're going to reach one of us.
What do you guys do when you're not doing music? What do you do to get away?
I like making costumes. I'm also a writer. I write romance novels. I published one of them, so that was pretty cool. Sergio and I like going and spending time in nature, like going on hikes and stuff like that, or sometimes going to Renaissance fairs too is really fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are great. And you're in such a beautiful spot there in New England. So many
Yep.
things to do.
So many.
What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't in music?
I'd probably be focusing on my writing more. Just, writing more novels. I kind of, I dabble in gothic romance and romantasy, so romantic fantasy. And I definitely still write on a daily basis, but it's certainly not a focus for me right now.
So you're published. I actually have a second podcast called Speaking of Writers where I feature authors. So, but you are a
Oh, no
published author?
kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yep. I have one out. It's a gothic romantic thriller called The Devil Rides at Midnight. Nice little short read.
Yeah.
It's fun. There's a vampire.
Nice. You might see Jessica on my other podcast too, one of these days. All right, we're going to touring plans too. So hopefully you're probably anxious to get back out on the road, especially with new music, right?
I mean, so we've never actually been on an official tour. We've
Mm.
only played mainly around New England. We did play Dragon Con in Atlanta one year, which was really fun. But that said, we are playing a lot of local shows this year. So Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Vermont, I guess, if we find somewhere, Connecticut, the next step for us would be doing a small tour in the tri-state area, then East Coast, and then we'll probably move more across the country, and then we'll start looking at doing a European tour. We know we have a lot of fans over in Europe, so that would probably be really fun.
And they have a lot of great merch, by the way, up on their website, too. It is anariamusic.com. So check out the merch there, and you can check out updates on their tour dates, too, upcoming tour
Hmm.
dates.
Hmm.
They've got a ton of music up there as well. All right,
Yeah.
Jessica, I like to wrap up with 5 questions
All right.
for Jessica Mercy. Here we go. Favorite cover song of all time?
That I've heard. Oh boy. I would have to really think about that. I actually, and I think she did it on a radio show or something, but Amy Lee did an acoustic version of Heart-Shaped Box.
Hmm.
And I just thought like it was magical. Like I just thought like the way she sang it with just the guitar just stripped down like that, it was just so good. So good.
First album you bought?
First album I bought. I don't remember which one it was, but it was probably a Backstreet Boys album. Yeah. I liked boy bands.
Yeah,
I still like them. They have great harmonies.
especially in in the Boston area too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dream collaboration for you.
I have several, but one that's at the top of the list for me is Villa Velow from him.
Nice. Any hidden talents?
Hidden talents. I mean, I'm pretty open about everything that I do. I guess a lot of people don't realize that I play piano, but I do play piano.
First concert you ever went to, was it a Backstreet Boys show?
No, it was in sync.
Oh, okay. That's second
And
choice. Yeah.
Pink opened for them before anybody knew who she was. So that was crazy.
That's great. They are Anaria, and they have a new album coming. They've got some songs out right now, like Spark of Life. Check out the video for that. And check them out on social too. The website is anariamusic.com. Jessica Mercy, thanks for joining me here on the Metal Queens podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I'm Steve Richards. Thanks for watching.